Hi folks, welcome to another stall13.com video. We're going to talk about bedding and we're going to talk about straw. Wood shavings versus straw. Is there a good one? Is there a bad one? I don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? Well, this is what I mean. Because it really depends on what you're doing. What are you using them for? One might be better for foaling, whereas another one might be better in a stall for a horse that's in a stall every day. This is really going to be up to you. I'm going to give you some positives and some negatives about wood shavings, and also some positives and negatives about straw. And you can make your own conclusions. This is just about information. Sounds familiar in all these videos, doesn't it? Let's talk about shavings. Shavings come in nice big bags, pretty inexpensive. Some are dusty, some are not. If you don't want a lot of dust, you usually have to spend a little more money. You're looking for pine shavings from pine trees. Okay, what's the good thing about shavings? Well, they absorb so much moisture. Oh my gosh. I don't know, 5-10 times as much moisture as straw does. They work great. The other thing about shavings is they're real easy when using a stall fork to separate the horse manure, the horse apples. The straw will fall through the forks. The horse apples will be there, but if you're cleaning a stall with straw, what are you going to do? You're going to fork a bunch of straw as well. Obviously, that's in favor of the shavings. Let's talk about birthing, foaling, nursing. When a baby is born, they're wet. They've got all kinds of afterbirth around them from the embryo sac that's like sticky glue, almost like honey. Mothers, the mares, hopefully, are going to want to lick. They're going to want to clean their baby off. Well, do you really want them absorbing a bunch of wood shavings if you have to? Probably not. But if the baby and the mom are absorbing these, straw really has no nutritional value. It's pretty vacant of most vitamins and minerals, but it's a filler, it's natural, it's not going to hurt them. Actually make them kind of thirsty, so they'll drink a little water. So obviously for foaling and birthing, maybe straw should be your first choice. Whether it's oats, wheat, or barley, these are the stems of the plants. They harvest the seeds. This is what comes out the back end of the combine. They rake it up, bale them up, or roll them up, and they sell them. We've got a hay shortage right now, a really bad one, for about 17 to 20 of the Midwestern states. Hay has been pouring in since spring of 2011 into this part of the country. That means that there's now a hay shortage probably all over the lower 48 states. This is not food, it is bedding. You don't want to feed it. It's not going to do your horses one bit of good, so please don't. The last thing I want to cover about bedding is to talk about the disposal of it. This is very biodegradable. You can spread this down, it'll break down real quickly. You're basically putting harvested dry plant on top of a field. It's going to go in, it's going to mulch, it'll do great. Whereas shavings, if you pile the shavings up and you don't get them dispersed right, it's going to take a long time for those tiny little wood shavings to break up and go back into the topsoil and to provide any type of fertilizer. As far as naturally biodegradable, breaking down, providing nutrients for your pastures or your hay ground, straw is the way to go, not shavings. See, it's really kind of depends what you're going to do and who's doing it as to what's right. Sorry, I just gave you the information. The choice is yours. And by the way, the choice is always yours. Take care of yourself and your horses.